Welcome back to Going Walkabout. Mexico City, home to 22 million people, a vibrant city with so much to see and do. There's something about this place that keeps drawing us back. This will be our third slow travel stay in this metropolis, and as such, I was thinking, what is it I love so much about this bustling, high-altitude melting pot? In this video, I'll go over the 5 things that keep bringing us back to the biggest city in all of North America. To start with, it's the trees. You notice them as soon as you fly into the city. Like a silent actor in a major movie, the part they play in making the city enchanting should not go unnoticed. Trees became important to the city around colonial times as the city's main thoroughfares were being planned. As modern times brought more pollution and cars, the city has turned green to combat the mall air. You can walk under canopies of green wherever you are, regardless of the neighborhood. The effect is calming and climate controlling, as you rarely get direct sunlight as it passes through the leafy canopy. The other green areas are medians and roads, where they even make walking and running paths for locals to use to get exercise. Then there's the advent of green walls, which are somewhat new to the city. However, both grocery stores like La Comer and many restaurants have adapted these beautiful living walls. They are functional, practical, and exotic, bringing a garden atmosphere to the asphalt jungle of Mexico City. The attention to the environment seems to be working, as most days you have lovely blue skies to complement your strolls. All this green is a great segue into the second thing I love, the amount of parks the city has. While many people have heard of Bosque de Chapultepec, an immense park and one of the oldest in the city. At 1,695 acres, it is double the size of Central Park in New York. Chapultepec creates the lungs for the city, perched on a hill overlooking the populace. There are many more parks in Mexico City. The best thing to do is to use the Mexico City website, which will show you all the parks in the city. The website has a map as well as detailed information on all the parks. I've used the website to visit a lot of the parks in Coyoacan, like Viveros de Coyoacan, Jardín Centenario, plus Plaza de Catarina Coyoacan, and can attest to the fact that they are all very beautiful. However, there are many smaller parks in all the key neighborhoods. In Polanco, there is Lincoln Park. There is also Parque America, which stretches for miles and allows for walks under a cool canopy. Parks in Mexico City are meeting places, places to relax, and places to enjoy. The third thing I love are the museums. Mexico City has 182 museums. They are only second to London in this regard. The museums are located fairly central, so even if you only have a short stay, you can see quite a few. Some of the don't miss ones: Museo Nacional de Antropologie. This is a full-day commitment, but well worth the time. 2. Palacio de Bellas Artes. Breathtaking and also a nod to some great architecture. Number 3. Museo Frida Kahlo, which is actually in her old home. Number 4. Museo Suyamaya, one of my favorites and a full-day commitment, free to all on Sundays. Number 5. Museo de Arte Popular. As the Mexicans are fabulous artisans, this is a great look at more current artifacts. You can research the museums individually or use the Viator website. They give you an overview of the museums, times they are open, And you can also purchase tickets ahead of time, which is helpful for the Freedom Museum as it is often sold out. My fourth love is the architecture. The city does not have that many skyscrapers due to the volatility of earthquakes, so the taller buildings do stand out. One of the newer ones that's worth an afternoon drink is the 47-story Ritz-Carlton. The bar at the top is the perfect place to get over your vertigo and enjoy an amazing view of the city. The best thing to do is stroll around the neighborhood streets, and you'll find all kinds of architectural gems, like this 1920s condo enclosure. While a bit dated in style, it is timeless in taste. They also tend to use a lot of the old colonial-style homes for upmarket restaurants, which enables many of us the ability to enjoy the interiors to these old places. Many of the old homes are also put to good use, like this Starbucks or La Baquia. From skyscrapers to Art Deco, the city hosts an array of styles. So many old buildings have been converted for current use that you'll just have to explore to see what's really underneath them. But that's half the fun of the city of Mexico City. The fifth and the last thing I love about Mexico City is the cultural heritage. I believe Mexico City is equal to the big European cities in its deep history and the cultural imprint that history has left. The Mexican culture emerged from the Spanish Empire and the pre-existing indigenous cultures of Mexico. Mexican culture is the child of this fusion. You can see this tradition in the food, which is sold on street corners, fresh daily. You can see it in the traditions of the wonderful marketplaces, many of which are hundreds of years old. You can clearly see the cultural heritage in holidays like Dia de los Muertos, which are great examples of the fusion between pre-existing religion of the people and the new religion brought by the Spanish. And that's why I love Mexico City. It's endlessly interesting, culturally captivating, and the perfect climate all year round to enjoy and explore. So many YouTubers talk about the Mexican food, and while it's really tasty, what brings us back year after year are the people. If you've enjoyed this video, you may want to view some of my other videos on Mexico City, like What to Know Before You Go, 5 Perfect Days in Mexico City, or Polanco Better Than Beverly Hills. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would really help the channel, or better yet, subscribe. Cheers for now. We'll be back next week.